Here is the bomba. Basically three sections to this. The first one is the opening chord section. The rhythm in all of these measures is the same, except that between the first and second, the third and fourth, the fourth and fifth, there is a tie. So if there were no ties, the rhythm at the beginning would go. But by tying it, you get this. So, it's a slow building of a G7 chord. We start with the first one, the first part of the chord, the third fret of the fourth string, the G. Then, leaving the G, you add your first finger to the second fret of the third string. Leave those two fingers, add the open second string. Then, the third finger on the second on the third fret of the second string. The measure after that is the fun measure, the one that has the fast triplets. The fingering isn't hard. It's all on the second string, and it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. The timing is the tricky bit. But 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. So what happens in that last measure, you get goes to that open string. If you're counting in 4/4, we've got 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1. I'll do that one more time, starting from where we have our third finger on the second string. 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 1, 2. And that gets us to the downbeat, where the next section starts. Okay, starting there, which is measure 12, once you've played the triplets, you have ended on the open first string, which gives you time to get a 2-string bar ready to go at the 5th fret. So you've played, put the bar down there. So in the first measure you have open, open, bar, and then put your 4th finger down on the 8th fret of the first string. Pick it back up while with your pick hand playing the top 2 strings. Open and 2 strings. The next chord is essentially the same, except you're going to, when you play the chord, you're going to finger the 6th fret of the second string. The first part is the same until there, where you put both your 2nd and your 4th strings down, 4th fingers down. 6th fret on the 2nd string, 8th fret on the 1st. So that measure 14 again is, pick up the 14. Then, leave your 2nd finger where it is. So you take your first finger, your pinky off the 1st string, and play 2nd string under your 2nd finger, 1st string already under your 1st finger, and then put your pinky back down. Now, take this shape and move it back a fret. That's your downbeat chord in measure 17. So this part the downbeat, you're playing the 5th fret on the 2nd string with your 2nd finger, and then the 7th fret on the 1st string with your pinky. So this is the chord, and then on the 1st string, 7th fret, 5th fret, 7th fret twice, and then put your 2nd finger back on the 2nd string. And play the top 2 strings. So 7, 7, 5, 7. Put your 2nd finger back down on the 2nd string on that G, it's the equivalent of the 1st string open, and play the top 2 strings. Put your pinky back down on the 7th fret. Your 2nd finger on the 5th fret, and now you're back to the 1st chord you played. Bar at the 5th fret, pinky at the 8th fret. And that repeats. That happens twice. So after the triplets, here you add your 2nd finger, back a fret, back to the 5th fret. Add the 2nd finger, and that's that whole section. Then we get the vamp, the repeated part that goes underneath the coro. And there's a lot of different ways you can play it. The one I like best, I'll show you first. If you start with your 1st finger on the 3rd fret of the 3rd string, and you play 3rd fret, 6th fret with your 1st finger, 4th finger. Then repeat exactly the same thing on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, 4th fret. Then between the 2nd and 1st strings, 3rd finger on the 5th fret, 2nd finger on the 4th fret of the 1st string, then back to the 2nd string, 1st finger, 3rd fret, 4th finger, 6th fret, 3rd finger, 5th fret. And then the rhythm, so it'll go 1, 4. So on the 3rd string, 1, 4. On the 2nd string, 1, 4. Across the 2nd string to the 1st, 3, 2. And then back to the 2nd string, 1st finger, 3rd, 4th. What I like about this fingering is the rhythm and the string changes are all coordinated. Another way of playing it would have been back in 1st position, where you'd have started on the same 3rd fret of the 3rd string, but with your 3rd finger. 1st finger, 2nd string, 1st fret. 3rd finger, 2nd string, 3rd fret. 1st finger, 1st string, 1st fret. 1st string open. Pinky on the 4th fret of the 1st string. 3rd finger, 2nd string, 3rd fret, 1st finger, 1st fret, 1st string, 1st string open. To me, that's slightly less balanced than the other one, but either one, you'll have the right notes.